Welcome back everyone, and in this video I'm going to be going over the 3 things that you need to know to run Facebook ads in 2021. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron Birmingham and I'm a digital marketer who is always learning to stay ahead of the curve. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like on this video, as it helps support the channel and helps me grow. Now with that said, let's get into the video. Going into 2021, a few things are known. Ad costs will continue to rise as they have in years past, and as a result, to compete among the best, there are a few crucial concepts that you must understand and master. The first one is the full funnel structure. The second is understanding that Facebook is a data aggregate platform. And the third is that the creative is by far the most important. So mastering these 3 concepts will give you a very strong edge over your competitors and allow you to grow your brand and business for the long term. All right, so starting with the first concept, and if you aren't familiar with it by now, full funnel structure is by far the most essential thing you need in order to run your ads profitably and consistently for the long term. So really your funnel can be broken up into 3 main sections. You have your top of funnel, your middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. Now I'm going to go into depth with those really here in a second, but I should note that each of these sections can actually be broken down further, but for the purpose of this video, as well as for the purposes of Facebook, this is really as far as you'll need to go. Let's dive into top of funnel. So when you're thinking top of funnel, you always think new customers or customer acquisition. These are people who have never seen your brand before. So in a real life example, imagine you're scrolling through Instagram, right? You may see a model wearing a piece of clothing, you may see a new gadget, you may see a new product. Essentially, these are people who have never seen your brand before, so they know nothing about you or what you sell. Your entire purpose here is to really pique their interest and get them to want to really know more about you. No, so this is your first impression, and your entire mindset here should be, how can I really get their interest and really just rope in their curiosity? Really get them to say, all right, how does this benefit me? What features is there? How much does it cost? Is it something that I should be buying? Is it something that I need? Is this a gift I can get for somebody? So you should be thinking about all these questions when you're thinking top of funnel. Top of funnel is by far the place where at least most of the brands I work with are really putting most of their budget. Most of them are focused on customer acquisition, so they're putting about 80% of their budget into here. But when you think top of funnel, think new customers. All right, so looking at middle of funnel. Middle of funnel is focused on people who are semi-aware of your brand, but aren't showing true buyer interest. And what I mean by this is people who are browsing your store. For example, let's just use an example. You're going through Instagram and you swipe up on a shirt that you've seen before. You just want to go look and see what colors there are and maybe what material they're using. So you're not really there to hit add to cart or anything. You're not thinking about actually purchasing the shirt, but you're kind of showing a little bit of interest. So at this point, as an advertiser, you should be thinking, okay, how can I educate my potential customer as to what features and benefits the products have? So at this point, you should be looking at your top of funnel, see what really features and benefits you're pushing there, and then look to see what other features you can push there so you can really complement the product and help them understand more and more about why they should purchase from you and not some other competitor. And finally, we arrived at bottom of funnel. So bottom of funnel is really focused on the people who have shown true buyer intent. They are the ones who just need that final push to actually make that purchase. And typically, this is where people will either do research into the product they're about to buy. And if it comes to a smaller brand, I've seen smaller brands actually push 5 to 10% incentives in order to just close it. Because at this point, they've spent a lot of money on top of funnel and middle of funnel. And at this point, just want to lock in the ROI. In terms of bigger brands may rely on social proof or even just wait for the customer to do their own research because there are a lot of articles and different reviews about their products. So it really just differs in terms of where your brand is at, but bottom of funnel is by far the most effective campaign because these people are the most warmed up to your brand and they know pretty much everything you have in terms of information that you can educate them with. I'm definitely just gonna have to create another video actually going into more detail on this. What I said before works as a concept and it's something that you should understand, but I know that some of you want to see maybe an ad account set up or what creatives you should be using in each part of the funnel. So I'll definitely create a separate, set of videos for that, and I'll link those in the description once I actually create those. All right, so let's get into the second concept. Facebook as a data aggregate platform. You may be thinking, Facebook as a data platform? Duh, everybody should know that. But it's not really as straightforward as it may seem, as I see a lot of business owners come into Facebook ads and not really understand what is driving their Facebook ads. It all comes down to the concept of, it doesn't matter how good your ad creative is, because if it's shown to the wrong person, they're never going to convert. So when a brand really launches on Facebook, they should be under the impression that they're buying data. And at the end of the day, Facebook is a data crunching platform. They're the kings of it. So when a new brand comes in and they launch their new Facebook pixel, a new ad account, they should really be trying to teach Facebook who their customer is. Because Facebook at the end of the day does not know who you're trying to get to. They know nothing about your target customer. They know nothing about the age range of them. They don't know about their interests. They don't know about when they typically browse around Facebook and Instagram. They don't even know what placement works best. So really what you're trying to do is get as much data as you can to feed into Facebook's really just data crunching algorithm in order to figure out exactly who your target customer is. This requires 10 to 100,000 data points, even more, in order to figure out exactly who I'm trying to target, when I'm trying to target it, and where they are. So there is a lot that goes into Facebook as a data platform, but it's just something you need to understand in terms of a concept, because I've looked at accounts from 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, even $1 million in ad spend, and the results on them are huge in terms of differences, because just the amount of data that's fueling each of these ad accounts is just so diverse. You can see the improvements from a $1 to $1 million ad account, obviously, because the $1 million ad account knows exactly who that account is trying to target, when the $1,000 account is targeting still pretty broad and doesn't know exactly, all right, I'm trying to target a farmer in Wisconsin, not a lawyer in New York. So there's a lot that goes into it, and in terms of data, don't overcomplicate it. But in terms of just, I guess, what you should pull away from this is when you're going into Facebook ads, in terms of the first $10,000, maybe even $100,000 in ad spend, it should be really focused on just buying data, as it will really just serve you into the long term. All right, now that we understand how data plays into Facebook ads, we can finally get to the third concept, the importance of the creative. The creative is by far the #1 thing you should focus on when going into 2021, as creative is by far king. So we can talk about ad strategy all we want, but if your ad sucks, I hate to break it to you, but you're not going to be moving that much product. And let's take a second actually to really just reflect on how this concept applies to the previous two concepts. So when it comes to funnel structure, if your top of funnel creative is really, really bad and never actually piques the interest of the person scrolling on Instagram or Facebook, they're never going to go to your middle or even bottom of funnel, and they're obviously not going to convert, but the rest of your entire funnel will just crumble. When it comes to the third, in terms of data, really what you're trying to do, obviously, in the terms of data, is trying to find your target customer. Now, I think I kind of want to use an example for this, but for example, let's say you're going down the beach and, I don't know, you're using a metal detector. Think of the metal detector as your ad. You're trying to find lost jewelry and whatnot, and think of the lost jewelry as your potential customer. So you go through the entire beach and you spend the entire day but find nothing. So you go home that day, kind of sad, you didn't find anything. Well, little did you notice, you never actually turned on the metal detector. So your metal detector wasn't effective, and therefore you might have missed the hotspot of a lifetime. So how does this apply to your ad? If your ad sucks, you're never going to be able to find your target customer because it doesn't actually connect with that target customer. I hope that makes sense a little bit. But for example, let's say you have a really bad creative, right? You show it to your target customer, it doesn't connect. Okay, not great, obviously, because you're not even getting a purchase, but it's even worse because Facebook doesn't think that's your target customer anymore. If it was a good creative, they would have converted on that, and as a result, Facebook would say, okay, that's the target customer that this customer, or not this customer, that the advertiser wants to target. So really, when it comes down to it, make sure your creative is really good and make sure it resonates with your audience, as it is crucial for obviously your funnel as well as the data that is built off of it. So what should you get from this? Test, test, and test even more. I cannot stress this enough, but creative is by far the most important thing. And I'm guilty of this, but I used to just change stuff on the background, obviously change interest targeting, change geographical targeting, change from, golden retriever to pet collar. But the thing is, at the end of the day, the customer doesn't see that. They see the creative itself. So what I recommend going into 2021 is, if you're focused on static images and whatnot, really just master Canva. If you're really just, video creators is your forte, then master a video editing program like Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro. Just master a digital skill, because it'll give you that much of an edge over your competitors, and it'll serve you long into the future. Just understanding that customer journey is crucial to being able to really just connect and just scale your brand long into the future. All right, well, that's the end of this video. And I appreciate you staying around to the end. And if you want to see more content like this, definitely subscribe to the channel so you can get this content placed directly into your feed. I would also appreciate it if you left a comment saying what you learned or what you would like to see in the future, as it really just helps me see where this channel should go and also how I'm helping you out. All right, with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video.